So we discovered that, like a shepherd, how a shepherd looks after his sheep, so Jesus looks after his sheep, i.e. us. So let us remind ourselves of the ways that Jesus looks after us. One of the ways that the shepherd looked after his sheep was by giving them what they needed. Shepherds need grass and water. I wonder, what do you need to survive? What do you need to survive? Any answers? McDonald's? Biscuits? Crisps? Chocolate, okay. You see, not only are those things does he provide for us, he provides us with love, with forgiveness, with joy, with hope, with peace, and many other things. So in the bottom right-hand corner, if you can, write this. He gives me all I need. Bottom right-hand corner. If you can't write that, draw some grass. Buy a chocolate. Now, another way that the shepherd looked after his sheep was by guiding them on a safe path so that they wouldn't fall into danger. Like sheep, it is easy for us to wander off and get into all sorts of trouble. But Jesus knows the safe path for us to walk through life. And he promises us to lead us on that path. So, bottom left-hand corner, you could write, he guides me on a safe path. Or just draw a picture of a pathway. Another way the shepherd looked after his sheep was by being always with them. The shepherd spent day and night with his sheep. On a little sketch, do you remember Manu with his rod would bang the chairs to let the sheep know that he was still there, even though it might have been dark. He did that so they wouldn't feel afraid. Jesus has promised to be always with us. He said, "And surely I am with you always to the very end of the age." Matthew 28. And we can trust Jesus to keep his promise, even when we can't feel Jesus near us. He is still there looking after us. So in the top right-hand corner of your paper, you can write, "He is always with me," or draw a picture of Jesus. And finally, the biggest ways that a shepherd looked after his sheep was by protecting them from harm. We heard how the shepherd would lie at the entrance of the sheepfold to protect them from any wolves or thieves. And he would use his rod during the day to scare off wild animals. A good shepherd would sometimes be willing to lay down his life for his sheep. Jesus, our good shepherd, was willing to lay down his life for us so that we could have eternal life. He said, "I give them eternal life, and they shall never perish. No one will snatch them out of my hand." In this life, we have to cope with all different types of troubles. But Jesus has made it possible for us to be kept safe for all eternity. So the top left-hand corner, you could write, "He protects me from harm." Or you could draw a picture of the cross. Remind yourself. 4 wonderful ways that Jesus, our good shepherd, looks after us. He gives us all we need He guides us on a safe path. He is always with us, and he protects us from harm eternally. As you look at your sheep, in a quick moment of silence, thank Jesus for being your good shepherd. There was one thing the sheep had to do themselves. They had to listen to the shepherd. When the stranger called out lazy, the sheep just looked up and ignored him. But when the shepherd called out lazy, different story. The sheep knew the shepherd's voice and went to the shepherd. The sheep needs to listen. Sheep could get into a lot of trouble, and so could we if we do not listen to the great shepherd. We need to listen. And if we don't listen and choose to wander off, follow the crowd, we can get caught up in all sorts of problems. I'm going to invite our next budding celebrity artist to come up now. A puppet sketch called I Wish I Had Listened.
James, I haven't seen you for ages. How are you?
Okay, I suppose.
Oh dear. Someone is a bit down in the dumps. Can I guess that you might be in a spot of trouble again, James?
Well, just a bit, Grandad. Oh, I've been such a silly boy. I wish I'd listened.
Is it that bad?
Yes, Grandad. It really is that bad. My parents are so cross with me and...
Why don't you tell me all about it, James?
It's about my class trip to the safari park.
I thought you were looking forward to going, James.
I was, Grandad. I was so excited. But then I didn't listen to what my teacher said to my class on the day of the trip.
Right.
Well, I was a very, very silly boy back then. A very silly, not listening silly.
Okay, I've got the idea, James. What exactly did the teacher say to your class that you didn't listen to?
The bit about not getting out of a moving coach.
Help me understand which bit of that you didn't listen to.
Well, my teacher said that when we were going through the safari park, that we were not on any account to get out of the coach.
I see.
But a monkey grabbed my cap, Grandad, through an open window, so I had to get off the coach to get it back.
Oh, no.
The coach was only moving very slowly through the monkey park, so it was really easy to open the back door and jump out.
Why did you do that, James? Couldn't you see that it was a really dangerous thing to do?
All I could think about was I wanted my cap, Grandad. It was a really good one, and I wanted it back.
Oh, James, we could have easily replaced that cap. So what happened?
I ran after the monkey, Grandad, but he ran faster than me. Even though I ran and ran, I couldn't catch it. And then all the monkeys surrounded me in the woods. It was very frightening.
I'm sure it was.
I didn't know what to do, Grandad. Oh, how I wish I listened to the teacher.
You must have given her quite a fright. I can't imagine that she was happy you had got off the coach.
She was furious, Grandad, when Richard went and told her what I had done.
I'm not surprised.
She saw me running into the woods, so she ran after me. Eventually, she found me, and I won't tell you the words she used when she found me.
I expect she was really frightened, James. What could have happened?
That's what my head teacher said. He also told me that she is terrified of monkeys, so she had to be very brave to find me.
Your poor teacher.
Well, my poor teacher has banned me on the next school trip to Legoland.
What a pity, James. But James, you seriously put your safety and the safety of your teacher at risk. So what have you learned from all of this?
To listen, Grandad, when I'm told to do something, and then do something about it.
Well, that's a really good lesson to learn, James. To listen and then to obey. That way, you will stay safe.
Well, at least I got a selfie with the monkey wearing my cap. It has got thousands of likes, Grandad.
Oh, James.
Thank you. I think Luke could have even written that story. It was a true story, wasn't it? So how do we stay close to the Good Shepherd? How do we listen? We're reading our Bibles. How we hear the shepherd speak to us. He speaks to us when we spend time with him praying. He will speak to us through other Christians. And he will speak to us together when we meet and gather together to worship him. But the most important thing for us is to recognize the shepherd's voice. But he is the good shepherd. And he wants to bless us and lead us on a safe path through life. You've still got your sheep in front of you. Right across the front. Listen to Jesus and follow him. We've all wandered off the narrow path. We've all got lost. We've done things wrong. So we're going to spend a short time in prayer. Isaiah 53 verse 6 says, "We all, like sheep, have gone astray. Each one of us has turned to our own way.